Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a holy knight named Sir Cedric. He was known throughout the kingdom for his bravery, chivalry, and his unwavering faith in the Almighty. His journey began when he received a summons from the king, who asked him to come to the palace. When he arrived, the king told him that a terrible demon had taken over the nearby forest and was terrorizing the people who lived there. The king asked Sir Cedric to venture forth into the forest, find the demon, and defeat it. Without hesitation, Sir Cedric mounted his horse and set out on his quest. He rode through the forest, fighting off monsters and dragons that threatened him along the way. He spent many days and nights in the forest, searching for the demon. Finally, after days of searching, he found the demon's lair, deep in the heart of the forest. The demon was a fearsome creature, with fiery eyes, razor-sharp claws, and a terrible roar that echoed through the trees. But Sir Cedric was not afraid. He drew his sword and charged at the demon, ready to do battle. The battle was long and grueling, but in the end, Sir Cedric emerged victorious. With one swift blow, he struck the demon down, and the forest was free from its terror. Sir Cedric returned to the castle, where he was welcomed as a hero. The king honored him with a grand feast, and Sir Cedric was presented with a magnificent castle, which he made his home. But Sir Cedric's adventures were far from over. He spent the rest of his days battling monsters and dragons, defending the kingdom from evil dragons and monsters along the way. In one instance, he was traveling through a mountain pass when he heard the roar of a dragon. He looked up and saw a massive beast flying towards him, its wingspan blocking out the sun. Sir Cedric knew he had to act fast. He drew his sword and waited for the dragon to come closer. As it swooped down towards him, he swung his sword with all his might, striking the dragon on its neck. The dragon let out a deafening roar, but Sir Cedric remained steadfast. He fought on, dodging the dragon's fire breath and slashing at its scales until it finally fell to the ground, defeated. Another time, Sir Cedric was traveling through a dark and eerie forest when he heard the growls of a pack of monsters. He unsheathed his sword and prepared to face the creatures, which were a mix of wolves and bears, with sharp claws and teeth. The monsters circled around him, growling and snarling, but Sir Cedric was not intimidated. He fought fiercely, cutting through the monsters one by one until they lay lifeless on the ground. Sir Cedric's bravery and fighting skills made him famous throughout the land. Villagers would flock to him for protection, and children would tell stories of his adventures around the campfire. He never tired of fighting for justice, and even in his older years, he continued to defend the kingdom from evil forces. His castle became a symbol of hope and protection for all who lived in the kingdom. It was said that Sir Cedric's spirit lived on within the castle walls, and that he would protect his people from beyond the grave. His legacy as a holy knight who fought against demons, monsters, and dragons would never be forgotten.